Yo, what's up? It's Vach. Hope you're doing well. So I want to talk to you about the 80-20 approach and why it is the best thing ever. And I think that more people should be implementing this because if you see the title of the video, stop doing weird diets with names. Like, stop. Like, with the carnivore and the keto, like, look, I'm not going to stop someone. Like, if you enjoy eating low carb, if you enjoy eating carnivore, if you enjoy eating paleo, I'm not going to stop you. I just want you to like understand you can lead a healthy lifestyle while still eating hyper palatable, highly processed foods in moderation. I know nowadays it's so popular to be like, oh my gosh, like you can't eat ice cream, like no ice cream, like that doesn't belong in your diet. It's like you have to understand something. Like background on me, like I used to do low carb, strict low carb keto. I was trying to find that magical fix. And sure, it helped me lose some weight, but I didn't get healthier in the process because I started being so anxious around food and I started being nervous around food and I felt bad for eating food, right? And you should never feel guilty for eating anything. It's incredible. It's really sad actually. Like it's being normalized where feeling bad for eating something and you got to burn it off. Like no, that's not what we're doing in 2025. All right. Um, so yeah, I did these super restrictive diets. They gave me disordered eating habits. It ruined my life, and now I want to help other people realize that you can eat some chocolate or ice cream or have some chips with your sandwich and you can be a healthy individual and you can lead a healthy lifestyle. You don't need to have this super restrictive approach because here's the thing, people start this restrictive approach. Oh, great, everything's great, right? They lose weight for a couple weeks and then the cravings are there, right? The cravings don't go away. I've lost 100 pounds and the cravings don't go away, right? I still crave delicious foods. Why is that? Because I'm a human being and I like food, right? My love for food isn't just going to go away, right? I'm better at managing my food. I'm better at understanding if I'm eating for physical hunger, emotional eating, all that stuff that we get into. Um, but yeah, like it wasn't easy to start reintroducing those hyper palatable, highly processed foods. But once I did, I just felt so much better. And people are like, "No way, that doesn't make any sense. You cut out all the processed food and then you added it back in, and now you're healthier." It's like yes, because I'm not anxious around food anymore. I don't feel guilty around food anymore, and I just eat whatever I want, and it's great. And I don't have to just freak out anymore or think I have to burn off the calories or whatever, right? Um, so yeah, it's like I just want to eat some chips with my sandwich, or on a summer night I want to have some ice cream with the fam. Like it's that's like or pizza night or whatever. It's like I don't want to have to say no to that all the time. Now I'm not saying, oh, eating all these foods, like eating processed food, just eat it all the time. It's like no, right? I like that 80-20 approach. And what is the 80-20 approach? Essentially is 80% of your calories coming from minimally processed foods, right? Fruits, veggies, lean protein sources, right? Um, Legumes, things that are minimally processed that are very nutritious, right? Eat mostly those foods. That's what I do. And then 20%, give or take, comes from chocolate or ice cream or pizza or something like that. It's that simple, and this really changed my life for the better. And now I want to help other people do the same thing because people think leading a healthy lifestyle means, oh, I got to cut out everything forever. It's like, well, look, if you're trying to lose weight, yes, your calories are going to be a bit lower, right? And you're not going to be able to fit those high calorie foods in as much and as often as you would like. But I am saying that you can still eat some of it in a smaller portion, right? Those hyper palatable, highly processed foods, right? You can still fit it into your calories and reach your goals. You don't have to just cut it out completely. Everyone's talking about no carbs, no this. It's like, look, for some people that approach works, but I know for like probably 90% of people it doesn't work because people have families, people have date night, people have social lives. They want to go out to eat, right? Now I'm a big I'm advocating for people eating most of their meals at home, of course, especially if your goal is weight loss. Your calories are just going to have to be lower. And of course, restaurants just have higher calorie things. But you can still go out to eat every now and then. You can still manage your calories that way. Doesn't have to be an all or nothing approach because that's how you burn out. That's how you quit and get frustrated and stop. So it's cool to include foods in moderation. I know people are like, moderation doesn't exist, bro. Look, people are do in moderation. Look at the world. Everyone's obese and everyone's struggling. It's like those people aren't practicing moderation, because moderation with hyper palatable, delicious foods that are engineered in the lab to make, being paid to make taste great. Like, that's the whole point, right? If you're struggling with these foods, it's best to minimize them and not have them around the house as much. I'm not saying, yeah, just eat a bunch of processed foods because I'm telling you to and fit it in your calories. No. I'm saying people don't understand the psychological benefits. It's just of denying your cravings just never goes as planned. It doesn't go well. Let me tell you that, right? I used to deny my cravings. Oh, I don't need ice cream. I don't need ice cream. I'm good, right? My brain wants ice cream. And then I would eat some random like homemade ice cream that just doesn't taste good, and I'm like, "Oh, I still want the real thing." And then I would get my hands on it and I would eat the entire tub, and I didn't, of course I'm not practicing moderation in that time, because I was not eating it for weeks and weeks, and I was thinking about it, and when I finally got my hands on it, I was just eating the entire thing. And then I'm like, wait, if I just include some throughout my week and I take the emotions out of it and I just log it into my food log, wow, like that's crazy. And it started helping. And this is exactly what I tell people that we help. Like, just include it into your week. You don't need a special occasion to eat something. If you're craving something, you should probably honor it. If you don't, then what's going to happen is you're going to keep thinking about it, and then you're going to end up potentially developing some sort of binging, and that sucks, man. That's the worst feeling ever. I don't miss those days. Um, and I believe that only happened simply because I was restricting so much. Now, yes, you have to be a bit more restrictive when it comes to weight loss, but you don't have to cut it out completely. Everyone's out here talking about cutting out all your favorite foods. How about just fitting it into your schedule, into your log, into your food log? Just in smaller portions. Crazy concept, right? That's really the whole point of this video. That's what I'm trying to get at, right? If you have 1,700 calories for the day, maybe a couple hundred of those calories come from some dark chocolate at night before bed. That's something you enjoy eating. Cool. If you start eating chocolate most days of the week, you're not going to view it as some crazy thing anymore. You're not going to put it on a pedestal. You're going to be like, oh, cool, that was delicious, right? I'm prioritizing nutritious foods. I feel full and nourished. I'm going to eat some chocolate. Cool. And you move on and you reach your goals and everything's great. And people are like, oh, it's so simple, bro. It is simple. It's not easy, right? It's not easy practicing moderation with foods that you struggle with, especially trigger foods. But I've been in that position before where I didn't think it was possible to control myself around these foods, and it turns out that it is possible. I just needed to, like, get out of my own head with that fixed mindset, with those, oh, I can never be someone who controls themselves. It's like, wait, yeah, I can, and I am, and now I want to help you. So yeah, this is basically a video talking about stop with the over restrictive diets. Like, they're not doing you any, like, what's the point of like doing it for a month and then not doing it? Like, I want you to lead a healthy lifestyle for the rest of your life. How are you going to do that if you're on and off throughout the entire year, every year? You're a month on, month off, month on. Like, what's the point? That's frustrating, and that's how you give up, right? And I don't want you to give up, all right? Um, Moderation's cool. 80-20 approach. Let's go. Uh, Enough of these weird diets with names. Like, balance and moderation. That's not really cool or flashy, but that's the best way to go, in my opinion. All right, this is just my opinion. So, but also not just my opinion. I've also, we've helped a lot of people implement this, and it's been helping them lose weight and keep it off for life. So it's not really just my opinion. It's kind of backed by results. I don't know. But yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about is if your goal is to lose weight and to be healthier this year, like, you can eat foods you enjoy. You don't have to just eat keto or carnivore. But if you want to do that, that's cool. But you don't have to. All right? Peace. Hope you found that.